All right, ready to dive deep into the crypto world. We're going straight to the source, Crypto Guru, and this time we're looking beyond just the headlines.
We're talking those hidden trends, juicy insights, the so what behind it all.
Exactly. Regulation, Bitcoin swings, Ethereum, even some whispers about those altcoins everyone's talking about.
We've got it all brewing.
So are you ready to decode it all?
Let's do it.
All right, first up, a Bitcoin law just passed in a major U.S. presidential election state.
That's huge. I mean, think about it. This isn't just any state. It's a state with some serious political weight, especially during this election year.
Right, so this could really signal a shift in how governments are viewing crypto.
Yeah, a domino effect.
So what's the immediate fallout? Should businesses in that state brace for impact? Or is this more of a symbolic win for Bitcoin?
That's the question, isn't it? We don't know the specifics of the law yet, so it's hard to say for sure.
Right, but one thing's for sure, everyone's watching now.
Oh, absolutely. Eyes are on that state now. Crypto fans, the skeptics, even the regulators, they all want to see how this plays out.
A real high-stakes experiment.
You could say that again.
And while that's unfolding, the SEC is stirring the pot again, this time targeting OpenSea and really the entire NFT market.
They're hinting that NFTs might actually be classified as securities.
Yeah, imagine the ripple effect if that actually happens.
Stricter trading rules, maybe even licensing for creators. It'd be a whole new level of scrutiny.
So not just a headache for OpenSea, but a potential seismic shift for NFTs.
Right? Absolutely. This could legitimize NFTs in the eyes of, traditional finance, bringing in more of those big institutional players. Or it could stifle innovation, making it harder for independent creators to thrive.
A real fork in the road moment.
Definitely.
Okay, so regulation's definitely a hot topic, but let's shift gears to Bitcoin. It's as, Bitcoiny as ever. Mining difficulty just hit an all-time high.
Which actually signals strength. Yeah. Think of it like, a workout for the Bitcoin network. The more miners join in, the harder the difficulty adjusts, which keeps the blockchain secure.
So it's a good thing that it's getting harder. It seems counterintuitive.
It is. That's why understanding how it all works is so important. This all-time high, it tells us that the network is robust, miners are incentivized, and security is top-notch.
So difficulty equals resilience.
You got it.
Now, on the other side, Bitcoin's NUPL data is hinting at something pretty exciting.
A potential bull run.
Maybe.
It's just one piece of the puzzle, but it is painting a pretty rosy picture. It essentially means that a lot of Bitcoin holders are sitting on profits.
Which creates a sense of optimism.
And could fuel a price surge.
Okay, so positive vibes, but no guarantees. But for those of us who aren't, data analysts, break down NUPL for us.
Sure. Imagine this. NUPL measures the difference between the price Bitcoin was bought at and its current price. When more people are in the green, meaning they bought low and now the price is high, NUPL goes up. And a rising NUPL, it often comes before price increases.
So it's a sentiment indicator, a gauge of how confident Bitcoin holders are feeling.
Exactly. It's not a crystal ball, but it gives us a glimpse into the collective psychology of the market. And right now it's whispering bullish.
Interesting. But we all know markets can change quickly.
That they can.
And speaking of change, Microsoft shareholders are making waves by pushing the company to invest in Bitcoin.
Even though the board isn't on board.
Yeah, imagine the implications if a giant like Microsoft actually dove into Bitcoin.
A massive wave of institutional adoption could follow. It would be a game changer.
Absolutely. But then we have TeraWulf, a Bitcoin mining company, taking a 7% stock hit.
Yeah, that was after they announced a $425 million offering of convertible notes.
Convertible notes, they can be a little tricky.
Yeah, they let companies raise money quickly, but they can also dilute the value of existing shares if they're converted to stock later.
And investors are spooked, especially in a market like crypto.
They're definitely wary of that potential dilution.
So even with Bitcoin mining doing well, individual companies can still face challenges. The crypto market, anything but predictable.
Right, and that's what keeps things exciting. But hold on tight, because next up, we're going into the Ethereum ecosystem.
DeFi is heating up.
Oh yeah, it's getting interesting.
All right, Ethereum, the OG smart contract platform. But it seems like they're facing some headwinds, especially against Bitcoin. What's going on?
Yeah, a few things are happening. You've got this, competition heating up from other layer 1 blockchains. They're all promising faster transactions and lower fees.
And then there's that ongoing debate about Ethereum's roadmap. How are they going to tackle these scalability challenges?
It's the big question.
And of course, we can't forget that security breach. A U.S. government-linked address was targeted, over $20 million in crypto, including Ethereum.
Yeah, it definitely raised some eyebrows.
It did. And while Ethereum itself wasn't compromised, it does highlight those vulnerabilities, right?
Absolutely. It shows how even those centralized platforms, even the ones with supposedly tight security, can be targets.
Right. So a reminder that even in the decentralized world, security is still a big concern.
Always.
But it's not all doom and gloom for Ethereum. Kraken, the big crypto exchange, is jumping into DeFi.
They are, with their new Ethereum scaling platform called Ink.
Ink, yeah. This is a pretty big deal.
It is. Kraken's a major player, and their entry into DeFi, well, it shows that mainstream interest is growing.
They're seeing the potential.
Definitely. And Ink is specifically designed to address those Ethereum issues, the congestion and high gas fees.
Making DeFi more accessible.
For everyone.
Okay, so maybe a light at the end of the tunnel for Ethereum scalability problems. But let's zoom out for a second. What's happening beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum? Any altcoins making waves?
Oh, absolutely. Remember Shiba Inu? The meme coin?
Yeah, I remember Shiba Inu.
Well, they're back, and they're teasing the launch of Shiba Swap 2.0.
Shiba Swap 2.0. Intriguing,
Mm-hmm.
but also still a little memey, right? What's the deal with this upgrade? Should we be taking it seriously?
Well, you shouldn't underestimate the power of a dedicated community.
That's true.
And while we don't know all the details yet, Shiba Swap 2.0 is supposed to, revamp the whole platform, better functionality, better user experience.
Attracting more users, more liquidity.
Potentially, yeah.
So could this mean the SHIB token is going to pump? Or is this just more meme-fueled hype?
It's hard to say for sure, but it does remind us that in the crypto world, projects with strong communities and active development, they can really defy expectations.
They can come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and Shiba Inu has already proven it can shake things up, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Okay, I'll keep that on my radar. Speaking of shaking things up, R3, the blockchain startup, the one focused on those enterprise solutions, they're exploring some strategic options.
Including a potential sale.
A sale, wow. This is a big move.
It is. R3 has been a real pioneer in the enterprise blockchain space. And their potential acquisition, well, it could signal some consolidation, or maybe a shift in focus for the whole industry.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who, if anyone, buys them.
And what it means for the future of blockchain in the business world.
For sure. Now let's head over to Latin America. Cardano's founder says Argentina is becoming a blockchain hotbed. Why is that? What's happening there?
Well, Argentina has been struggling with economic instability for years, and for a lot of people, cryptocurrencies have become a potential lifeline.
They're looking for alternatives.
Exactly. And Cardano has been actively working with the Argentinian government, with businesses, showing them what its blockchain can do.
So Cardano is positioning itself as more than just a cryptocurrency. It's a solution to real problems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're addressing tangible needs, offering real-world benefits, and that's why they're gaining traction in a region that's, well, ripe for blockchain adoption.
It's a good example of how crypto can empower those communities facing economic challenges.
Absolutely.
So we've covered regulation, Bitcoin's roller coaster, Ethereum's DeFi push, even some altcoin action.
Yeah.
But it seems like security is a recurring theme, isn't it?
It is, yeah. As crypto gets more widely adopted, security becomes more and more important, and we've seen both centralized and decentralized platforms being targeted.
What's a constant battle?
It is.
So what can everyday users do to protect themselves? I mean, this is kind of like the Wild West of digital assets.
Right. Well, knowledge is power. Learn about different wallets, about those security protocols, understand the risks.
Do your research.
Yeah. Be wary of those phishing scams.
Yeah.
Use strong passwords, two-factor authentication, all that good stuff. And of course, only invest what you can afford to lose.
Good advice. But it's not all about defense, right? We're also seeing innovation on the offensive side. Like MATIC, Big Brother, a big name in Ethereum, he's launched a new transaction mining token. ETHcoin, yeah. And it's sparking a lot of debate in the Ethereum community.
It is. Some people see it as a smart way to optimize transaction processing and make things more efficient.
But others are worried about the impact on gas fees and network stability.
Right. It's a valid concern.
So another wait-and-see situation.
Pretty much, yeah. Ethereum is always pushing boundaries, and sometimes that comes with growing pains.
But it also keeps things interesting.
Definitely keeps things exciting.
Yeah, Ethereum definitely keeps us on our toes. But let's circle back to Bitcoin for a minute. We talked about its NUPL data, hinting at that potential bull run. Anything else backing that up?
Well, we're seeing a surge in Bitcoin whales.
Whales, those big players holding a ton of Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. And they seem particularly interested in Vanguard.
Vanguard, remind me, what's that again?
Oh, it's a relatively new Bitcoin mining pool. It's gaining some traction because of its approach to mining and profit sharing. It's a little different.
So the whales are flocking to Vanguard.
They are, which suggests they have confidence in it, you
Right.
know, and in Bitcoin's long-term value.
Interesting. So big money's making moves. And not just with mining. We talked about those Microsoft shareholders pushing for Bitcoin investment, and then there's TeraWulf going the convertible note route. Seems like institutional interest is really heating up.
It is, no doubt. These actions, they really signal that growing acceptance of crypto, you know, as a legitimate asset class.
It's becoming more mainstream.
Yeah, crypto is becoming more integrated into that traditional financial system.
It's happening. So while Bitcoin and Ethereum grab a lot of the headlines, it's clear that innovation's happening across the whole crypto world.
It's everywhere.
Cardano's pushing into Latin America. Shiba Inu's got that Shiba swap revamp. Things are moving fast.
It's such a dynamic space. That's what makes it so fascinating. New technologies, these platforms evolving, and then these completely new use cases popping up. It's got the potential to change everything, you know, finance and beyond.
It's exciting, but as we've seen, it's also a world of risk.
Definitely. Regulations on the horizon, security threats are constant, and then there's that market volatility always lurking.
Always got to be careful.
Absolutely. Informed decisions and managing your risk, that's crucial. Do your research, stay updated on what's happening, and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Sound advice. So, as we wrap up our crypto deep dive, I have to ask, with all these forces at play, what do you think the future holds? What will the crypto landscape look like a year from now?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If we've learned anything, it's that predicting the future of crypto, well, it's nearly impossible. But I can guarantee you one thing. It's going to be a wild ride.
A wild ride indeed. And we'll be here to break it all down for you. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and as always, happy diving.